My brother found some old brass scraps among my grandfather's tools and challenged me. Could I turn them into something amazing? So I got to work. First, I placed all the brass pieces into a metal melting crucible. Then I heated my furnace and placed it inside. While the brass was melting, I prepared this beautiful wooden cube. Next, I built a mold using wooden boards. I placed the cube right in the center, then filled the mold with fine, clean sand. As I filled it, I kept compacting the sand so it would lock tightly inside the mold. After that, I flipped the mold over, placed a thin pipe to create a pouring channel, and built the second half of the mold. Again, I filled it with sand and compacted everything tightly. Then I carefully opened the mold, removed the wooden cube, and now the cube shape remained inside the sand. At the same time, the brass had fully melted. I poured the liquid brass into the cavity. Once it cooled down, I removed the excess material, leveled all the sides on the belt grinder, and rounded the corners. Next, I marked the points and drilled every hole about 3 millimeters deep. Then I mixed black pigment into epoxy and filled all the holes from every side. Once the epoxy cured, I sanded everything again. First on the belt grinder, then carefully by hand, up to 1,600 grit. Finally, I polished the entire piece. And this is the final result, and a beautiful brass version of a dice cube. If you think I won this challenge too, make sure to subscribe.